This needs soldering too. That's not. Just leave it on the nearest desk, please. Hello? Oh, it's you. I'm sorry, did you need something? Oh, working on your own project, are you? And how is that going? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. What do you mean by that? Oh, come on. You know nobody's going to think that, don't you? Don't you? I apologize. I I didn't realize what a hard time you were having. My mistake. Um, Here. Can you sit with me for just a moment? No, it's fine. Just sit down. Um, you know what the core of building any skill or really making or doing anything is, correct? Yes, exactly. Failure. Do you know how many times it took for my very first serious project to function correctly? 738 times. And that was with a good amount of experience under my belt. I am not lying. What purpose would that serve? I'm mentioning that very high number because I need you to know that this is something that everyone will go through. Everyone working towards something worth achieving, anyway. Whether it's putting your life's work through trial runs or just getting out of bed and being a little gentler with yourself that day. Nothing worth having in life hasn't been earned by wanting it badly enough. Not the point. Here I am trying to give you a pep talk, and you're trying to weaponize my own habits against me. My point is that persistence is key. If you keep working to achieve this goal of yours, it's more likely than not that you will, in fact, get it right sooner or later. That being said, I remember the part I mentioned about being gentle. You're not always going to be able to power through everything, and sometimes that means slowing down a bit and clearing your head. Don't think of it as stagnation, think of it as stockpiling the energy you need to make it happen. Very funny. I'm serious though. Taking a step back long enough to gain a new perspective has helped me in more endeavors than you'd think. Anyways, I'm not exactly the resident motivational speaker. But you were stuck with me, so I hope that I helped, if only slightly. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think that I have a way with words, in my own way. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Or ever. I can't help it. Why would I want to get up in front of a crowd like that and subject myself to the horrors of public speaking when Jace is perfectly fine as he is? No, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. I don't see you volunteering to do even any investor demonstrations, let alone be a glorified decoration to a progress speech. Well, I suppose we've found some common ground then. Neither of us really want the position of poster child. Do you mind if I ask what it is you were trying to do? Ah, I see. Well, after a while, you can pick yourself back up and try again. Life is exhausting. Is this news to you? Only liars try to make things out to be simpler than they are. I find that a healthy dose of realism is often needed to ground more extreme lines of thought. You forget. You're talking to someone who grew up in the Undercity. Now, I don't suppose you thought that was a walk in the park, did you? Right. Well, there you have it. Everyone will have their own struggles, as well as their own pace of moving forward. What matters is that you are moving forward. I mean it. It can be hard sometimes. Well, as long as you know. Say, why don't we take a quick break around, 5 o'clock? And I'll get you something from that cafe you are always talking about. We can split it or something. Whatever works best. Oh, very funny. Maybe I'll just send you down there alone with the money instead. Uh-huh. I'm just giving you a hard time. Yes, I'm sure. I can spare about, 15 minutes. That sound alright? I I know it's not the longest, but it's something, right? Is that a threat or a promise? Okay, okay. I'll take it seriously. I know you don't say things like that if you don't mean them. Yes, and I love that about you. Uh, it's nice to have a fresh perspective voiced so candidly. Of course. It's easy to let self doubt cloud one's thoughts. But you seem to get along pretty well, regardless of any anxieties. I'm glad. It doesn't matter that you only do it when you're comfortable. It matters that you do it at all. I know. I know. Broken record. I told you. The speeches are Jace's thing. Alright. Well, we have 2 hours, give or take, until I fulfill my end of the bargain. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to try to fit in just a little more before getting myself mentally prepared to be out and about. Will you be alright by yourself? Okay, good, good. Just making sure. Well then. It won't be long until you are able to brag to Jace that you convinced me to take one of these fabled breaks. So we'd better make the most of our time between then and now. It'll arrive before you know it. Alright. And, try not to spread it around the lad too much, yeah? I don't need anyone thinking that this will be a regular occurrence from now on. I just don't need their nagging, that's all. You too. I'll see you later.